Some just popped up. It was weird. Okay.
It was your wiener, wasn't
it? You got one of them weird dicks?
I don't. I have a very not totally aesthetically pleasing dick.
Got that rigatoni dick.
It means business.
It's like a Coke can.
This is how you start a f***ing episode.
Yeah. It's like a fist.
It's like a soup can
called Thumper.
It's like a Red Bull can.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's been all right.
But half that size.
The extra large or the normal size? Let's be honest.
The extra large. Come on.
Okay. All right.
Dude, doesn't he look like he's got a big dick?
Absolutely.
And that's the intro.
And that is the intro.
If you want to be a part of our nerdy metal community, hit the subscribe button. We teamed up with my friend Tim Goergen, ex-lead singer of Within the Ruins, to talk about new metal.
Worship and tribute, nerd!
Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Michael, a.k.a. Rickshaw, and this is Worship and Tribute Nerd, the show where metal dudes nerd out. We've been talking about trying to increase our community, because sometimes you don't really view social media and podcasts and like all that stuff as a community. So if you want to be part of our community, the community for metal nerds, hit us up at worshipandtributernerd@gmail.com. We'll answer some questions or take some suggestions.
Or start a cult.
Yeah, or sub.
I'm down.
You start a cult.
I'll be a savior.
Hey, sub to our cult. And, and we could be friends and stuff. Anyways, today we're going to do another new metal talk.
Nerd out
new metal nerds. Anyways, today we have a guest. But first, I'm going to introduce my co-hosts, Fuzz.
I'm Fuzz.
And also, by default, Lee.
What the
He's here because we feel bad for him.
I guess.
It was a Make-A-Wish. It was a Make-A-Wish request.
Yeah. This little guy had one last wish.
I'm just here to drink. I don't know what's going on. Right?
Anyways, also we're joined by Tim Goergen. Say what's up, Tim.
Yo.
In Goergen.
And we aside from Tim talking about how big his dick is and how strong it is.
Got that strong
dick. Tiger penis so strong.
Oh dear
so
God.
strong.
But yeah, we had a couple of episodes of this, and I don't think we even got through your whole list of new metal bands yet, right?
No, I should actually bring that up, huh? Since we're doing this, huh?
Yeah,
I guess.
I mean,
unless you just want to riff on something.
Yeah, we could riff about anything.
We could riff
really.
about new metal all day long.
So I've been out of new metal and metal in general for a little while, but I need some help remembering some of these new metal bands.
Oh, you're going to remember.
There's going to be a lot. There's going to be a lot of me going, oh, that's right.
Dude, he brought up like 10 last time.
Spine Shank. When he said Spine Shank earlier, I was like, holy shit.
Spine Shank.
Set that so much.
Set that
That song came on shuffle on my bike ride home the other day.
Nice.
Yeah. And I was like, yes. Sick.
Just pull over
Still
and
holds,
punch somebody
man.
on the side of the road. Just punch him in the face because like, what are you doing?
Listen to Spine Shank.
You'll understand.
They'll be like, oh, I get it. Then they punch themselves.
Oh yeah, dude. But anyway, let's just kick it off. Yeah, let's do it.
Get right into it.
Give us a band. Let's just riff on a band, dog. Who you like?
All right, so it's not necessarily new metal, but like I ride to and from work every day on my bike, and I have time to think and listen to music, and 311 came on, and I was like, I think this could be in
It falls in there.
It does fall in there.
Because Incubus and 311 all fell in that category there for a while.
It's true.
Yeah, groovy guitars, heavy guitars, and rapping.
Yeah. No screaming. So
right.
New metal light.
Right.
Yeah.
New metal light.
New metal with reggae.
Sounds like a really good beer.
Exactly.
And I feel like new metal kind of touched in on the reggae part too. You know what I mean?
Skindred.
Like you got some
Skindred all day.
Jesus.
Some
Scandaria.
Some head PE.
Head PE,
had
yeah.
some, little Jamaican parts, and shit like that.
Even
was that
POD.
Blackout? Was that song?
Yes, Blackout.
For sure. But yeah, 311, like I've started listening to them when I was like 6th grade.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I started smoking weed in 9th grade, so you can do the math.
Right.
Allegedly.
Actually, 311. I was supposed to see Incubus in 311 back in July, but the end of the world, all that good stuff.
Yeah, I was going to go to that as well.
And 311, I got it. I wouldn't say I got into them late, but all their big hits. But then I really got into them when we were out recording the SBM record. I would just smoke dope on the back porch and fucking listen to 311 because it was super nostalgic, and I felt like I'm in California, so I may as well listen to 311 while I'm out here and jam this.
Wait, it was in California?
Yeah.
So it wasn't alleged.
No, well,
You actually did.
I didn't have a medical card per se, but
Oh, it was alleged shit.
I knew somebody that had one.
By dope, he means weed.
Oh yeah, I call it weed dope because weed people get mad
it
when you
sounds
call it
funny.
dope. But I got super into him for a while, and I think what is it? I'll Be Here for a While. That song is one of I think the most pretty songs out there. I love that song so much.
Every time you hear it, you want to smoke marijuana, allegedly.
Yeah, and skate or something. You feel like you should be skating or something.
My favorite 311 song of all time was Beautiful Disaster.
Oh, that's such a good song.
Yeah.
Such
The
a
I remember I went to a day camp as a kid. I must have been like 7th, 8th grade, something like that. And one of my camp counselors, he was super heavy into 311. Looking back at it now, he was definitely a pothead.
Well, he worked at a camp.
Yeah.
Always had the bucket hat and the seashell necklace. And,
He's always like, yeah, man.
cargo shorts and sandals all the time.
Yeah.
I was looking back, I was like, yeah, all right, he's still a sick dude. But he was like, yeah, I went to their show and they hung out with me and they gave me the new record ahead of time. Could have completely been bullshitting me, but I was just like, what? That's fucking sick. And he gave me the Transistor record, and I was like, this band is sick. But before that, the self-titled was,
Oh, it was so good.
I mean, Down,
So good.
obviously started it all, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That song
It's funny because my wife hates 311.
It's one of those things where you could kind of understand.
absolutely.
You know
I was
what I
just
mean?
You either love it or
she's like,
Yeah.
it's Chad Rock. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Chad Rock. Okay, that's a
You
little
know what?
harsh.
It is Chad Rock, but
It
it's
totally
so
is.
good and musically sound. It's
Yeah.
He even says
It's
it.
good shit.
Well, what does he say? And funk guitar. What is it? What's that line in the song? Something something and funk guitar and and Come Original. I think it is.
I mean, 311 is police code for kind of lame sometimes, right? Or something like that. I don't know.
Do you remember that?
like
Wasn't there
that.
some kind of
KKK.
Yeah, that's what it was,
That's
yeah.
right.
Yeah, that was the thing back in the day. It was
Yeah.
Because it was
Just
three.
KKK.
I was in high school talking
11th
about that,
letter in the alphabet is K, and there's 3 of them. No, that doesn't make sense,
Conspiracy
dog.
Dude, there
theory.
used to be a bunch of those back in the day. I remember in middle school, they were like, "Oh, you listen to Korn? Don't you mean that stands for Keep on Running?"
Yeah.
Oh,
Those
my
people
God.
stormed the Capitol the
Seriously?
other day.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. I saw those people on TV.
those same people that.
They should have put up a corn flag. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Would have
when I
made
was
more
like,
sense.
You're dumb.
Don't do that to Korn.
Oh,
Don't do that to
shit.
Korn.
Don't you dare do that. 5-finger meth punch, maybe,
There
but
you
not
go.
fucking.
Yeah,
Remember, we don't
Figure meth
have
punch.
meth in Texas because Oklahoma,
Oklahoma
intercepted
intercepts all of that.
right.
it. Right.
But no, all in all, 311 I think started a really cool musical movement, and the Cure cover that they did was better than the original song. I will say that, and I don't care.
Yeah.
Which cover was
Actually, that'll kind of segue into another band, Snake River Conspiracy, because they covered the same song. The love song?
What was the song? Amber?
No.
No, love song.
Oh, Love Song. Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And they made it sexy too,
They made
dude.
it sexy and heavy. I've had intercourse to it. And it's-
With your
It's a
big,
good time.
strong
With
dick.
your-
With your engorged dick.
Tiger penis.
Dude, you're in Gorgon,
Engorged
Oregon. You're in Gorgon, Oregon. There it is, right there. Death metal band or porn star name, you choose, dog.
Genitals
Dude,
are
I'm
engorged.
I'm set up for success, I guess. Either way.
All right, enough about Tim's dick.
There will never be enough about Tim's dick.
I mean, I did bring up head PE. Did we bring up head PE last time?
No.
I think we touched on it.
Oh yeah, maybe we did. Yeah,
But you said it. Hold on. He said a
saliva.
band just a second ago.
Oh, yeah.
He said a band. What'd you say?
Oh,
the Snake River
Conspiracy.
Revival.
Snake River Conspiracy.
I never
Okay.
listened to this.
I remember hearing the name, but I don't think I'd ever.
They
jammed it.
only came out with one record, but it's good.
Really?
Dope.
Same time frame?
Female fronted, like industrial new metal type of vibe.
Which there was a whole big industrial like new metal movement there for a little while with a lot of those bands like that.
It's like,
Yeah.
right after Static X kind of stuff.
yeah, that Static X.
Static
genre.
X.
Is that new metal? I guess that would be.
Yeah,
right?
no,
would
it,
be
it
right.
all
Yeah,
falls
of
in the
course.
new
I
metal
don't
category.
think that's one we did miss.
No.
We haven't talked about
No.
Static
I loved.
X.
I absolutely.
Dude, when
loved.
Wisconsin Death Trip came out, I was like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
whoa.
Yeah.
Dude,
it was
push
around the
it-
same time
oh,
as the self-titled
Yeah.
Slipknot.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like that
You do
same
that
year,
head
I feel
turn
like.
thing
Yep.
all the time.
Yeah.
Do you know how Wayne Static got his hair to stand up like that?
Come.
Wow. Wow.
Try it. I'm just saying.
From Tim's dick.
From my, at the time, 13-year-old dick. I was producing a lot at the time. That's when I first figured out how to work my shit, you know?
With your Wisconsin death tip.
Oh.
Oh, I like that.
But no, he would put
Sexy.
Jello in his hair.
Oh.
Clear Jello. Yeah, and he would just leave it for days because it would just, yeah.
It's absolutely disgusting.
Basically the same thing as cum.
Dude, let's be real. Look at some of these new metal bands, the stuff they put themselves through to like do what they did.
To
Like,
please
come
the
on.
fans, you
Yeah.
know? Yeah. They would vomit on each other. The Rammstein dude peed all over the crowd. Remember that?
That was
Oh,
fake
he also.
milk.
That was fake. It was fake.
Well, he didn't get banned because they
Allegedly.
thought he was.
He got
actually
arrested.
fucking-
Yeah, he
actually
got
fucking his
arrested right
keyboard player.
after the.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a big old fake dick.
Yeah.
But you know what? If that was real and he was coming that much, I'd call the
That was
doctor.
98. That was amazing.
Call the doctor and be like, this guy.
Dude, we're talking
Needs to
an awful
repopulate.
lot about dicks and stuff. Can we just like.
I'd say we're off to a great start.
I agree 100%. This is the New Metal and Dicks podcast.
I feel like Dick Talk makes for good podcasting. I
It's
feel
re-
like it's
For sure.
really well received.
Dick
One
talk.
of the most pleasant surprises is whenever I had Danny from Veil of Maya, and he started talking about how Sam bought a board because he was going to tour manage one of their tours, and he was like, "There's going to be a dick on that fucking thing every day."
Oh,
And-
the whiteboard.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, and
I saw them on that tour, and he was like, "Dude, look at all these dicks." I wanna draw one
Yeah,
every
he
day.
sent me like 6 different shots, and I posted them in the video. I was like, bonus clips of the
Bonus dicks.
Dude,
I remember walking
I love
up to-
Danny, man.
remember walking-
Danny's the homie.
Hell yeah.
I miss that guy. Congrats to him and Molly, by the way, for getting
sure.
engaged.
Awesome.
And Gosh.
Goergen.
And Goergen.
Goergen.
Yeah,
Dude, that works for everything.
Everything goes back to your dick for some reason.
I guess that's the
It's the goal in life.
By the way, I had someone add me, and they were like, because they watched the new metal video, and they were like, "My balls, your chin," and I was like, "Snot." Yeah, so
That's sick.
forgot to bring up my balls, your chin from Snot. You know what I mean?
amazing. Did I
But,
talk
uh,
about this last time about my balls, your chin when I was at Disney?
No.
No.
That
Okay.
sounds a little up, Tim, but I'm in.
At Disney.
Okay, so me, my sister,
Oh.
and my wife were at Disney a couple years ago, and we were standing in line for a ride. I forget which ride, but Nikki was like, "Play some music while we're in line, so we can chill out and listen to music." And I just put my phone on shuffle, and it was on full blast. And the first thing that comes up is "My balls, your chin." And literally like 30 people around us like look at me, and I'm like.
And Mickey came
And I
up,
was high on marijuana, allegedly, so I laughed a lot.
and Mickey came up and was like, "Don't cuss."
Listen here, motherfucker.
Oh, boy, don't cuss. Oh, boy.
And they
Oh,
roughed
man.
you up in their costumes.
It's
and shit.
true. Dude, that's amazing. I'm going to go to Disney and do that now.
What?
Yeah.
My balls, your
Yeah.
chin.
Yes.
I back it.
All right, what else do you got? Keep going with it.
Oh, real quick. One more dick comment. I remember on tour, Alex from Chelsea Grin was just we're at the White Rabbit in Austin, and he was just
San
leaning
Antonio.
over the bar and like drawing something. I walk up and I was like, he's drawing a dick, obviously, and I was like, man, that's a pretty good dick. He's like, oh no, I can draw a much better dick. like matter of fact, he was 100% honest about what he was
Didn't
saying.
even smile.
Oh no, I can draw.
I could draw a
much
better dick.
You know, the thing is, every
Okay,
dude
all right.
thinks he could draw the best dick. We should have a dick drawing contest.
A dick off.
I'm
me to beat
not
your
the
dick
best.
off?
I draw an honest dick. I draw an honest one.
You draw an honest
You're an honest dick.
It's like a Red Bull can.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh my
with a fist
god!
on it.
One thing I kind of wanted to bring up that wasn't necessarily, it's not necessarily a band, but like a things that you wore during that era.
Oh, yeah.
Shit.
Did anyone wear long sleeves and then cut a hole?
Cut the hole in the side.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Yeah, so you just put
absolutely.
your thumbs through.
You know what's messed up? They make those hoodies. Like,
Yeah.
Like there's a shop in Denton. It's a coffee shop called Golden Boy, and their hoodie, their like main hoodie that they sell to whoever wants it, has little thumb holes cut
Yep.
out. Like
the way it
it's
should be.
made that way.
But I feel like that's for posers. Like, you need to do it yourself.
I know,
if
you
it's
gotta
made
cut
that
it.
way.
You got to cut it. It's going to look really gross. That's the only way.
But
to
you
do
know
it.
what tops it off though? If you put your finger through, you cut it, you put your finger through, and then you wear like some sort of bracelet that's spiky.
I did that.
But I remember your bracelets. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Many
I had some
a
bracelets.
spiky bracelet.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
same. Gauntlets.
Mike
is what I
had
think they're
Mike
called.
had the like full on like 20 or like 60 of them
So
on
did
one
I.
wrist, like
So did I,
all the
Mike.
way down.
Yeah. Well, there was even whenever there was so I wore the bracelets a lot whenever I was first started playing music and stuff. But then there was a point in time in Iwabo where like people would throw them on stage and like they would be like, "Where are my bracelet? Where are my bracelets?" So like I would just like let them pile up for a while, and then I would have to cut them off because they would get hard and just like be stuck on there. So I'd have to like cut them
So
off.
gross. So gross.
Yeah. But yeah,
Back to bands.
bracelets.
Back to bands.
Yes,
back
bands,
to bands.
bands.
Have you guys ever heard of a band called the Deadlights?
The Deadlights of
Yeah.
that's like
I have not.
that's like the almost Deftones from back in the
Yes.
day. You
Yes.
know what I mean?
Almost.
Yeah.
Almost.
Fool, I can't. He had that scream that was like piercing. Fool, I can't catch me if it's taken.
Yeah, like that high pitch. Yeah.
Yeah. That's that
But
band was
at,
sick.
At that time, it was like the Deadlights and like Chino and then Danny Filth.
But that was like one of those.
Phil.
That was one of those BMG bands where when you order the 15
Yeah.
CDs for 1 cent or whatever, and that was one of the albums that you could get, the Deadlights. So
Dude, my friend from high school, he used to do the BMG thing.
Uh-huh.
He was like, dude, if you don't give him a phone number, they won't contact you. They'll just send you the CDs.
nice.
What? And they would, and eventually it caught on.
BMG.
They-
What was
like,
the other
everyone
one?
started doing it, but I was like, what? You
Oh,
just
yeah.
getting free CDs right now?
Dude, it's so sick.
What was that? What was the other one? BMG and then the
Columbia House.
Yeah,
or something like that?
Columbia House. Yeah,
Columbia
Yeah.
House. Yeah. They send you like
and then there was the
400
Sorry.
CD that you could pick from.
Yeah.
10
10
the whole
cents a
catalog.
CD.
It was
And there
amazing, though.
Rockabilia, where you can order all the merch.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
dude,
yeah,
that
yeah,
was
yeah.
that was
Yeah.
just, oh man.
It was amazing
Yeah.
that
We're old.
that was like a real thing they tried to do. You know what I mean? Like they're like yeah, pick out 12 CDs and we're gonna advertise to kids. You know what I mean? Like in their little metal magazines, and it's like, how about I just never pay? And
It's like
then
original
It
Spotify.
worked
Right.
for a lot of kids. Yeah.
It's like, I'm not giving you my social security number. You can't like ding my credit as
Yeah,
a
right.
13-year-old kid, you know?
You could ding my parents though. F them. Here you go.
Yeah. I'm surprised we didn't bring this up last time because Sepultura was like obviously a huge influence, but then when Max went to Soulfly, that was like a huge new metal thing.
Soulfly went ham.
That self-titled album still holds up.
It
Oh
does,
my
dude.
God, yes.
It's so
And it was like
good.
when
What-
it
and-
dropped, I was like,
and
"What is
Max
this?"
Cavalera-
He only played his top 3 strings.
Yeah.
on
No, it
his
was like
guitar,
a
yeah.
4-string.
Yeah.
It was a
his
4-string
signature guitar.
Four-string,
His
that's right.
signature
Yeah, yeah.
guitar only
Yeah.
had 4 strings on
Yeah.
it.
I was like,
And
that.
then he would come out with the coconut on the string, like
Yeah.
wah, 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 wah,
Yeah,
wah,
yeah,
wah,
yeah.
wah, wah, wah,
What
wah.
was the song that was like wap the wap da the wap the wap what the wap?
Oh, dude.
That was all the songs.
That was oh yeah.
Wicked or
Primitive.
something.
Primitive.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. Dude, that album was sick, man. And the thing I liked about Soulfly is like he would always have guests, and they would always be tight ass songs to have those guests on. You know what I mean? Like the
Jump
old
the fuck
school.
up.
And there was that
Corey
the one
Taylor.
with Fred Durst? Oh,
No,
that
Corey
one's
Taylor.
Corey Taylor. But there was a
Yeah.
Fred Durst one too, and it was like, I got my hoe and I'm you know what I'm talking about?
that was Bleed.
Yeah, Blade.
God.
Dude, that was sick.
Yeah.
Soulfly
Chino on a
was
song.
awesome.
They were.
Yeah.
Man,
Soulfly
I
was
feel
dope.
like that's when new metal was first coming up, and Max was like, he just had left Sepultura. He's like, this shit's coming up. I'm gonna make the most boss new metal album ever.
yeah.
dude, he made a
But
great
still make
one.
it
Two of
Brazil
them.
as
Yeah.
dude. So I'll kind of segue into that same that same heavy mentality. I'm gonna go with Il Nino. We didn't really talk about Il Nino
Yes.
that much last
Dude,
time.
Il Nino, yeah.
Yes.
We were listening to it on the way.
We talked about it a little
We
bit.
touched on it, but we
Yeah.
didn't talk about how good and heavy. Like Il Nino was heavy.
Absolutely.
Like, and then they would put the flamenco stuff in there too, and made it even more sick. Like it
Oh,
was
yeah, that
so
secret
sick.
song, the secret song at the end of the album too. Oh
yeah.
God, I cried.
You know
every
what?
time.
The funny thing
knew
about
sorry, go
Sorry,
ahead.
the funny thing about Il Nino though is like they were super heavy, they were super new metal, but then some of the songs were like super emo if you pay attention to
Oh,
the
yeah.
lyrics.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
You're thinking.
Oh
of
yeah,
me.
Dude, it's
and-
funny. I think on the episode 1 of this series, I talked about a radio station called WSOU. It was like a
Yeah.
college radio station.
Yep.
So Il Nino is from New Jersey.
No shit.
So I found out about El Nino before they got signed to Roadrunner or anything. I found out about it when they were a local band.
That's awesome.
And I was just
Hell
like,
yeah.
yo, this band is sick. I went to like some of their local shows. There was them and this band called Disney Fist, which
Disney
is a sick band name.
Yeah, that's awesome.
They never got signed, and I was like, and they were sick as too. But then, yeah, El Nino got signed to Roadrunner and blew up, and yeah, the rest is history.
Was
But-
he wearing the backpack and doing the spin kicks at the same that
Yeah.
time?
Oh yeah. Every show.
Dude, I respected
yes.
him
Yeah.
because of that.
I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know why you got it on, but it's awesome.
I forget his name. He was
The-
a super nice dude.
They were on
Backpack guy.
the Freddy versus Jason soundtrack too. Remember that?
Yes, I do.
Yep.
Their
And
first
you know
two
what?
records
They were on
were
that?
solid.
It was
wow.
super odd though because remember that first record had like a DJ and it would do scratching and stuff.
Yep.
And then after that, it was like, where'd the DJ go? What happened to the DJ?
when
guy?
we were on y'all's headliner and we came into Dallas and played a festival and Il Nino played. I remember
yeah.
that we pulled up that morning and they're like everybody's loading in and they're out and the
So
singer was
jealous.
out and I was just like,
Yeah.
I love you.
they
Like
were-
I
they were
couldn't
super
say
tight.
anything else, dude. I was just like, I love you.
tight?
Like, you know, and it was so cool. And then the drummer actually lives in our area, lives in the Dallas area. He's a manager for a couple of bands that are Sons of Texas is their name. They would fit in that new metal genre, Pantera-ish kind of thing. And he's their manager, and he would always come out to their show. And Mateo knows them all.
Oh no shit.
And so, like, he was like, yeah, he just showed up one day because he was their manager, and he hung out. He's cool as God, I'm jealous of that. That's not even cool.
Yeah. They actually went through like a little legal battle recently
Everybody
between the
cool-
singer and
yeah.
like the drummer and like the rest of the band. I don't know who's on whose side,
I
but
think
there was
they-
like a couple members on one side with the singer, a couple members on one side with the drummer.
I think people quit and they wanted to keep going, and they were like,
Yeah.
"No, you can't keep going," or something. It was something like that. It was something really stupid and petty.
Yeah.
Kind of like the Fear Factory legal battles that
Yeah.
have been going on for decades now.
Yeah.
That's what it seems like.
Wow.
Yeah, I feel like the singer of that band was kind of the bitch in all of it, but that's just me, though. I'm not ashamed
Fear
of it. Yeah,
Fear Factory?
yeah.
I mean, I got nothing bad to say about Fear. I don't know the guys. Right?
No, I mean, dude, their first
I just
record
enjoy them
with
as a
Dino
band.
and everybody. Dino is
Yeah.
is the man. Like, he really is. Let's be real.
I've heard he's a really nice guy.
I mean, I was
I've like shook hands with him, like, hey, nice to meet you, but that's as far as it
Right.
went.
I was super into Fear Factor with Joe Rogan. You know what
I
I mean?
actually hated that show.
Before Joe Rogan was Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Before he turned into a full thumb.
I know that this is a tangent, but it's
Have
so
you ever tried
funny.
DMT?
Dude,
It's totally
Yeah.
possible.
I saw a thing where Joe Rogan was talking about the final days of Fear Factor, and he was just like, I can't believe that we even made these people do this up shit. And he was like, the final episodes where you're like making people drink cow semen and shit like that. I was just like,
That was the only shit I couldn't. Like, I was
Okay.
like, I could totally do that. I could totally do that. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
Lee.
eat a horse dick. I'm not
It's
gonna
funny,
eat a
we
horse.
He's like,
watched
I'm a
like
professional.
the first season of Fear Factor, and like you could see in his face, he's like, "What the f am I doing?" It's like, "Why are you doing?"
Holy shit, she did
You see
it.
in his
Holy
face.
Yeah.
He's
You
like
want me to
trying to
host
keep a straight
what?
face.
I'm gonna throw up watching.
I've got a band that I was thinking about.
Yeah,
It reminded
go.
me. Diecast.
Okay, so
Diecast.
Diecast
That's
falls in that
metalcore.
metalcore.
Is okay.
category.
Okay, so
Yeah,
I wasn't
it's
sure.
metalcore.
I wasn't sure
Yeah.
because I saw them on the Hellfest DVD for the first
Just-
time, and there's a lot. There's
That's
some new-
that's strike one, Lee.
A quick, thank you, Tim.
I told you. Okay.
So that band, what kills me is that everybody knows All That Remains, everybody knows Killswitch, but nobody credits Diecast because I think Diecast was around before those guys, Diecast was doing it.
That was Hellfest, dude.
Dude,
That was a way
Diecast
fucking-
was.
Yeah.
I have the coolest jacket by Diecast, and it says, "This revolution will not be televised." I loved Diecast. They were incredible. I saw them with Sepultura. It was sick.
They were coming up at the same time as all those New England bands because they were from the Northeast. They were from
Well, that's where metalcore really originated. You know,
Massachusetts, Connecticut,
those bands in
New
Massachusetts.
Hampshire, yeah.
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts.
I can't
yeah.
talk good.
For some reason, that just reminded me of the old Surrounded by
Mosh
shirt.
potatoes.
No,
We had
potatoes.
the Surrounded by
So
Monsters had a
stupid.
shirt that said "Fuck your mosh potatoes."
And not only that,
Big shirt.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
on the
letter.
back of the bottom of the shirt, in the back, it said Sausage Fest on it, and nobody knew that it would say it. And so we'd fold it up. What did it say? It said Sausage Fest,
yeah,
and we would
yeah.
fold it up. So and it was pink.
We'd
and
always
death
show the
metal
front.
letters.
Only
and,
show the front.
And so people would see "F your mosh potatoes," and they're like, "Oh yeah!" And then they would buy the shirt and then hold it up, and it would say
Sausage
Fest on the back, and they were just like, "What the?"
That's funny. We actually did a tour with a Plea for Purging, I think it was like 2009, 2010,
that's dope.
called the Mosh Potato Tour.
Oh,
see,
nice.
they stole it.
Nice.
Fucking stole it.
And it
did
had
still-
and on the tour pass and the tour flyer, you could probably Google it and find it. It had a picture of the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man as mashed potatoes, like getting hot gravy poured on him. And
that's
he's like,
pretty
Nice.
good.
Gravy,
That's
you like
pretty
gravy?
You do like gravy.
Don't like gravy.
but all in all, Diecast was a metalcore band. But
Okay, all right,
that's
all
your
right, my
one
bad,
shot.
Right,
my
right,
bad,
right.
my bad, all right?
But an interesting fact is Lee, plays guitar, but the band that inspired him was System of a Down.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I learned their
So-
first
So-
two albums on bass and guitar. That's the only way I knew how to play guitar or anything.
dude, I thought I was the man when I learned how to play chop suey on guitar.
Oh, dude.
That's so sick. And you are the man, Tim, just so you know.
Aerials on
Don't
bass.
fluff
for
him.
me.
He's already stacked.
Sometimes you gotta fluff that Sorry.
No,
Sorry.
Aerials on bass and guitar was like that was my. Or no,
it's
Spiders. Was it Spiders?
Spiders, yeah,
Spiders.
Spiders.
That
Spiders,
record
yeah.
doesn't get
Yeah,
enough
yeah.
love. Just saying that their self-titled record doesn't get
That's
enough
still
love
that's
at
still
all.
a constant rotation.
Yeah.
Right.
Self-titled. Yeah.
But that's fluffing the mainstream.
Yeah,
new
that's
metal,
that's
you know
the
what I mean?
mainstream new metal. But see, like there is one band that I'll bring up. I don't want to cut anybody out, but the Union Underground from f***ing
Union Underground.
dude,
Come on, get up, get
South
up.
Texas
Yeah.
Death Ride, homie.
Ride, motherfucker.
Dude, it's so good, man. Like that band never got big. They played Ozfest, I think, and that was really
they did
it.
a couple. They did a couple of big tours. I feel like there was one of those like album that hit, and then they did a sophomore record that
Yeah.
completely tanked.
That they
of
put
those
out a
bands.
sophomore record kind of thing, like the question mark behind it.
Yeah.
Did they put out one?
Did they? I don't know.
Yeah, no,
Maybe.
but I'm just saying, like, when you say that, like, it's so forgotten because their first one was so good and their second one was trash. And, like, did they? Is it? No, I hope not. You know.
Exactly.
It's so funny that
trash.
it's funny that like we've done two of these and I could like hardly remember what we talked about. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
dude,
Because it's
I
like
can.
I want to bring up the Spider-Man song for some reason, but that's not even new metal. That's like butt rock.
No.
Strike one, Mike. Strike one.
No. Because
Which
Saliva,
Spider-Man song?
Saliva.
That wasn't.
no, Saliva was new
Saliva
metal.
was
If
new
you're
metal.
gonna
Yeah.
tell me Click Click
No, it
Boom
was.
wasn't
It
in the
was.
new
Click,
metal
Click, Boom
genre,
was that
Totally.
was
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
but
new
you
metal.
know
Mainstream,
the
mainstream, but
Nickelback,
yes.
the
Yeah.
Nickelback and Saliva song. When the hero can see us, that song
Actually,
not
Nickelback,
gonna stand here
the first
and
Nickelback
wait.
record is actually pretty good.
was good,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Never
Yeah.
made it as a blind man.
No, they were like, let's make some money.
Yo, dude, we did that. Who did Devil Went Down to Georgia better, Korn or Nickelback? And Nickelback, and they can shred. Those dudes can shred.
Dude, it's funny
man.
because I watched like maybe like 20 minutes of that episode, and you guys were like pumping it up, and I listened to it. I was like, this is pretty good. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
But
Korn
Korn had
did-
Yellow Wolf, so
Yeah.
you know whatever.
I mean, Korn did good. I'm not gonna put them out of the
Did
game.
well.
You know what I mean? Oh,
shut the up. I like gravy and grammar.
you knocked over my beer.
Tim's dick is gonna come over this and come through that screen and
I can
whoop
already
your
see
ass.
it.
Beer. Yes.
When I was editing these, it's just so funny that like anything we brought up that was like new metal, especially like the Korn DVD, we vibed on so hard, and Tim was like, "Fucking missed you guys so much."
Dude, it's funny because my friend Katie, she shared, she listened to the podcast and she thought it was great and hilarious and everything. She shared it on her own page, and she was like, those guys are super cool. I was like, yeah, they live in Texas. And she was like, oh, that sucks. Like, that'd be cool if we can all like hang out. Like, I was like, yeah, tell me about it.
If we come to New York, Katie, we're hanging out with you if we come up your way or something, or not. Whatever.
I never realized you lived in New York. Like, I've been up there a few times over the years, and
really?
I would have loved it.
Yeah, actually, when we toured together, I was living in Massachusetts at the time.
Oh, okay.
I was living in like a couple of minutes, like one town over from where Within the Ruins is from. But I grew up in New York. I'm living in Brooklyn now.
You live with Jeremy for a little while, right?
Yeah.
I live with Jeremy Stafford. Shout out Jeremy. Yo, we got to get Jeremy on one of these.
You know what?
Please get Jeremy on.
I just talked to Jeremy. He agreed to be on. We were going to do it today, but then I realized we would be spending way too much time on doing podcasts, especially if we added Jeremy, because I was like, we're doing Steven, and that's going to be at least an hour because we hadn't talked in so long.
And then Tim will be an hour too because we don't shut the up.
Before we dive back into the subject, I want to give you guys a gift that me and my friends here have been using for a couple of years now, and I think I've used it in talking to you, Mike, via text.
Yeah.
It's a little phrase called Jace.
Jace.
So Jace is a it's a noun, a verb, an adjective. It's an adverb, anything you want it to be.
Okay.
So
Jace.
So if someone asks you, it's like, hey, you want to hang out? You go Jace. Or you can ask them, do you want a Jace? And you say Jace.
Jace it up.
So it's an activity. It's a response. And then say you see like an attractive female, which my friend Mark does all the time. He's like, dude, there were so many Jaces out today.
It's like a Jace.
Yeah.
It's funny because at my work, I was just telling them this. There's a beer company called Zilker, and they put out a beer called Icy Boys, and I was like, quit being such an icy boy. And then somebody came up and was like, my table was just rude to me, and I was like, well, you better tell them what they are. Now I almost said yours. I almost said Jicey.
I was like, we're gonna take over the world with it.
I was like, bro,
dude, I'm in.
Everyone's being an icy boy, bro. Can't be an icy boy,
so
especially in 2020. You know what I mean?
Is it Jace or Jice?
Jice.
You could put it whatever. It's Jais. So however how you want to pronounce it. Some is like Jace, or it's like Jice.
Jice. My Jice.
What the fuck?
Dude, that's your dick's nickname, isn't it?
You guys are doing
that's
great already.
That's your nickname for your dick.
Welcome to the fold.
I'm in. I'm going to start saying
it down a little bit.
But it's such a thing, like between me and my friends, that my friend Alex. I don't know if you know Alex Hoffman from Fallujah.
Yes.
I do.
Yeah,
he lives down the street from me now. He moved here about like a year or two ago, and yeah, me and my friend Mark, we Jace all day. We go out, we drink Jaces, we check out Jaces.
Right. Yeah.
But for Christmas, he got me and my friend Mark. He got us Jace like floor mats for our houses. So when you come to our house, it says Jace right on the floor.
Stupid.
What does that mean? Whatever you want it to mean.
It's whatever you want it to mean.
Exactly.
Originally, it was just like yes, hell yeah, like yeah, like one of those kind of things. Now it's just like it could be anything you want.
I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that.
Thank you for introducing it.
So right now we're technically Jacing.
Right.
Ooh, I love it.
Ooh, I would Jace the shit out of you,
Jacing
dude.
it up.
Yeah, you can Jace someone. Someone can Jace you.
I got so Jaced last night.
Yeah, exactly.
Remember when that time you tried to Jace a boy? Yeah, I remember.
Boy. Anyway, music.
Music. I just had to interject that there.
Well,
let
we
the
appreciate
internet know,
that, 'cause
let the
I'm
people know that Jace is coming worldwide.
Agreed. We're gonna spread it.
All
We're
right,
gonna spread it.
hit your list again. What's up now? What do we got?
Skin Lab.
Skin Lab.
Yes, Skin Lab.
Which is kind of like the Five Finger Death Punch of new metal. Now that I listen back to it, that
but
pissing,
they were
that
still
and pissing
sick,
razors.
though.
It's just like, ugh.
They were still pretty sick, dude.
I don't know know if this is good anymore. At the time, I was like, yeah, this is sick.
I actually jammed. You brought up Switched, and I remember I jammed them the other day.
Pretty good, right?
And it was pretty good, but it was way less heavy than I remember.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right.
Yeah.
Was Twisted? Were they?
No, that's
Twisted
ICP.
was
dog.
Strike
a
two,
rap
Lee.
group,
That's strike
dog.
two.
God damn it!
Two. Strike
Yeah, one
two.
more, dude.
I was thinking of Coal Chamber, and then I was thinking of Twisted.
How do you get twisted?
'Cause that was the time
How did you
frame.
get Cold Chamber twisted? You know what I'm saying?
By the way, we're always
dress the
thinking
same.
about Cold Chamber.
Always.
It's really
Okay,
true.
just making sure. I loved Coal Chamber.
Cold Chamber. Okay,
You used to call me Big Truck.
Okay, so there was a picture. Hold on, no, this is so good. There was a picture that
yeah,
he
that's
posted on Instagram one day, and he was really fucking fat, dude.
I wore a
I'm talking
44
like
pant
he was
size.
like fucking fat.
I was
he
like
looked
250.
like two bowling balls with fucking feet. Like he was fat as.
Oh my
There was
God.
no. It was
had
gross.
corn dog legs.
He had corn dog legs, and
Still do.
he had
Still
thankles,
do.
not cankles. He had thankles. They were the same size all the way down
I'll show
from his
you
thigh
right
down.
now.
Yeah,
You gotta
and
taught me something. Shit.
so he posts this picture of him wearing a Cold Chamber shirt as just a fat fucking kid, and I hashtagged the picture and said "Big Truck." And I hashtag Big Truck, dude. Big Truck.
I love it. I love it.
Which, by the way, that first album, the whole album is really good. But like, if you read the lyrics of that song, it's just like, what the is he singing?
Yeah. Like, what?
Too fast. Too fast. It's freaking fast.
Like, is it really about a
sounds like
big
a
truck?
Big.
Like a 3-year-old wrote
It's
it.
gotta be.
Yeah.
He says it like 80
big
times
truck.
in the song.
It's a big truck.
yeah.
Daddy, look, it's a big truck.
What was the
And go
verse?
fast.
It's like, move in. Motion.
Oh, dude.
It was totally a 3-year-old.
Motion.
Dude.
It's like Tonka trucks. That's seriously what it sounds like he's talking
Oh,
about.
dude, but let's be real. Cold Chamber was pretty sick,
so
though.
rad.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
let's be real.
definitely, dude.
Oh yeah.
I mean, but that's another mainstream new metal band. Like, but I feel like a lot of people didn't get the joy of listening to Cold Chamber. Like,
That's
they
true.
didn't. They either got in late, like Dark Days, and then Devil Driver happened, and their first two records were really sick. But Dark Days is my favorite Cold Chamber
Devil
record,
Driver.
though, personally.
They got some shining moments in their latest records.
Yeah.
Dude, I Could Care Less is one of the
Here-
sickest songs, dude.
Yeah.
That song is so good.
Well, that was
by
the
Devil
first
Driver.
record. That record's good front to back. I'm saying
Yeah.
like the most recent records, and then the Fear or Maker's Hand, that was another front to back album. But
Right.
beyond that, it's just like, you got to pick and choose.
Yeah, it's like, come on, Dez, give up and just go back to Cold Chamber. Which he did do. They got back together and
Yeah,
did
they
some
did.
stuff,
They
which was
put out
cool.
Rivals, which was it was okay.
Yeah.
I remember I went to the Dark Days tour and someone sprayed a freaking fire extinguisher during their last song, and everybody got the on out.
Oh yeah. You ever
Yeah,
got sprayed with
it
a
was-
fire? It did, dude. That shit sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Ugh.
Yeah.
It's not
Like
fun.
just natural reaction. Be like, I'm gone.
Yeah.
It gets all in your mouth. You're like,
Oh, goodness.
But yeah, shout out Big Truck.
Big Truck. Your wah-wahs. Lee's wah-wahs.
shout out, Get Out of My Rowboat.
Oh, my God. Butterflies in a jar, dude. Butterflies in a jar.
Hey, Des, what are you talking about?
What the? Did your kid write this whole album?
You are my sunshine.
Did
Dude,
I?
that song was sick, though.
Yeah. Did I bring up Factory 81 last time? I can't remember.
No, we did not talk about Factory 81.
Factory 81
last
is
time.
another obscure ass band
Yeah.
where they had.
What about
Actually,
that? Reminds me of
that album is okay. They had that
That
one
reminds
hit
me
where,
of-
where like the singers are like, and then it drops and it's just like, oh shit.
that reminds me of Project 86.
Project 86 is another one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were dope.
Dude,
that was a
they were pretty
BMG
sick.
band. That was a BMG band too.
So, a band that I feel
Seems
like,
like it just seems like a label, BMG. Just like,
right,
Yeah.
band that I really liked that didn't get much love was Dead Sea, and they reminded me a
Dead
lot
Sea.
of
Dead Sea was
Orgy.
alright.
I got
Yeah.
the kids
And
at Gramercy
They had that Gramercy Park. Or no, that was
I'm Cher's
Yeah,
son.
yeah,
Dude, and like they did the Rush cover. They did
That Bedwash
Is that
cover was
new
actually
metal,
really
or is
good.
that like industrial or
Well,
more
no,
like
it's new metal.
electronic
Dude,
industrial?
see, metal.
So when
Strike
we're,
one.
when we're talking about this, yeah, there's no strikes on my side.
Lee,
trying to come back,
there's,
right?
you're
like,
on thin ice,
you're
bro.
right
when
up
it
on
comes to-
strike 3, my friend.
Dude, when it comes to new metal, like there's so many like the genres in new metal, like that industrial sound
Right,
and
right.
like
It all
dope. We
kinda
talked
get
about
integrated.
dope a
Yeah.
while back. Like there's just so many different kinds that you can talk about,
Right.
and Dead Sea was that like electronica, but it was still that new metal because they
Still
did
had
new
that
metal
same-
tours. Like
Right.
a lot of those
Yeah.
bands, like even you can consider Stone Temple Pilots in that new metal genre because they toured with a lot of the new metal bands. Like
Yep.
it's just one of those things.
Oh, well, I mean, they're alternative as alternative rock.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but
Pioneers,
I saw them with Korn, so like that's why I kind of put them in that.
And
new
Scott
metal genre in a
Weiland was
sense.
on the Limp Bizkit record.
Yeah, yeah.
Tight.
Yeah. I mean, that's
But I get what you're saying. Like they are very alternative,
Yeah.
but I'm just
Another band, not exactly like, I guess they could be considered new metal because they toured with new metal bands, but they were more. I don't even know what to classify them as. I think they're just their own thing. Can anyone guess what it is?
Rage
Finger
Against the
11.
Machine.
mindless self-indulgence.
Mindless Self Indulgence. Yeah. Was
Is that what you were
Lee?
talking about? Yeah.
All right, you're back to one strike. 'Cause that was exactly right.
Mindless
dude, that-
Self-Indulgence.
that was it? That was actually it?
amazing.
Yeah, that was
Dude,
actually who I was going to bring up.
Love that band,
they
dude.
started their own thing. That
Yeah.
was what they did. Was I can't even describe.
Yeah,
what
I
they
didn't
did.
Yeah.
What the
I saw them live.
I saw them. How I found out about them was I found out they were touring with Korn and Stained, and they were Mindless SI was
Yeah.
opening,
Oh my god, I would have loved to go to that.
and I was
we
like,
didn't talk
"What
about
the
staying.
f- Is this shit? What's
Holy
going on?
shit, dude! It's so good. I
Dude,
still.
they're
I
sick.
like my
Yeah.
coffee black, just like my lover, or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Or something. Yeah.
Dude,
Or,
yeah,
bitches love me because they knew they like to fuck.
God, that was so
Dude, I
good.
love that.
Dude, we're
When I-
jamming that on the way home.
yes.
Oh,
Saw them-
Yeah.
I saw them live, and everybody was like freaked out whenever he pissed in a cup and drank
it. Yeah, Jimmy
Yeah.
Aaron.
Yeah.
That was his
Urine,
thing,
yeah.
Jimmy Urine.
Yeah.
You know?
No, shout out New York City. It's not a New York City band. Just saying.
Oh no, shit. That's awesome.
it's
Hell yeah.
sterile, and I like the taste.
But yeah, the you will find Frankenstein girls strangely sexy. I think that's I might have fucked
Uh-huh.
the
Yep,
name up. But
yep.
Or
Yep.
the what's the original one with the panties? It like the cover just is like a
what
peach
is that?
a skin covered thing,
That's
and
so
then it just
funny.
looks like panties. of
That's
the
so
thing.
funny.
Yeah,
That's
that was
before I knew you.
Yeah.
That's before I knew you.
Yeah,
Like,
that
I
was my.
That was
I was
sick.
like in love with that band for the
Yep.
longest time.
Yep.
They're
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
They just is another band that doesn't get a lot of love that nobody knows about, and
That's
they
true.
should.
And
get a lot
they
of love.
definitely took the rap genre and made it like a part of what they were doing.
That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
that band,
Especially when they
that
did-
band, made me want to do drugs as a kid.
yeah.
like-
Well,
yeah.
what was the?
I was like,
I don't
weed
know
is
what drugs
pretty
are,
tight.
but I wanna do 'em.
311's really good, but maybe I should do some ecstasy.
They did. Well, their first big song was a Wu-Tang song, right? Or a Method Man cover. It was.
They did.
I
I thought it was the
I thought it was Wu-Tang.
faggot song.
Whoa.
I know I didn't want to say it, but every
That's,
No, cool.
that's
It was
a
true.
good song.
There
It's a
was
really
a
good
band.
song.
Cancel.
there-
Good.
The
Thanks,
song
man.
was called Faggot.
Are you,
Just
are you
because
gonna bleep
Korn
us out
calls
every
a
time we
song
say
faggot doesn't mean you can say it.
Faggot.
No, so it was like a Method Man.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It was like, is
Fucking
it,
rad song.
is it real, son? Is it really real, son? You know what I'm talking about? That's Method Man.
Yes. I do know what you're talking about. But dude,
Yeah.
some of those songs hit hard. As
Yeah.
weird as they are as a band, it's just like sometimes it just goes, and you're like, oh shit, I could
Just
Right.
goes.
I could be like
Until,
hardcore
like you
show and
said,
listen to this.
like made their own whole, like
Right.
carved it out
Dude,
themselves.
yeah, that's why I'll put them in a new metal vibe because they toured with a lot of new metal bands, but they
Yeah.
had a whole nother just genre to themselves. That was they were just themselves, and I respect that for them.
Well, I think we were talking about it earlier. It's especially that time frame. A lot of bands were just doing stuff that was
Whatever they wanted.
extremely individual.
They
Like,
weren't. There were no copycats in
you
the
could
new
take
metal
some
world.
little
Yeah.
parts of other stuff, but it was like pretty much like
They would
you
definitely-
never heard shit like this.
They would
before.
definitely be like, I like new metal, but I'm going to make it my own. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's kind of like what we lack with the newer shit. You know what I mean? Like most of the newer shit, it seems like they look up to someone, but they sound a little too much like them.
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean? So
one
Like,
band
there was
one band that does it okay. That they have their own sound. They have like they're not like tech metal or anything like that. They're kind of like in the vein of like a more technical ghost inside this band called Wage War. I don't know if you guys.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
know them at all? Yeah,
heard you
they,
guys talk about them.
They
they're
were
pretty
really
tight.
sick, and then they changed to started playing like a lot prettier.
yeah, like the
metal,
latest record
but they're
is,
so
is,
sick, dude.
Very pretty, but I'm gonna look up on my phone because I downloaded it recently.
Their first record is so heavy.
Yeah,
So heavy.
The Blueprints record. It's very new metal inspired. And
Yep.
I was listening to this one song, and I was like, "Ooh, I feel like I played this riff when I was jamming with my friend John. We had a band called Purity." Like one of those things.
Sorry, Slipknot. Have you ever heard one of our friends, like when we lived in Gainesville, they had a band and they ended up, snowballing into, a lot of popularity and it picked up and they got signed. Have you ever heard of the Destro?
The
They-
Destro.
Yeah.
Yes,
They were definitely like new
did they
metal
sign
into
Fear Factory.
into metalcore.
Dude, Nick
Did they-
is like Fear Factory all the way.
Did they sign to Victory?
No, they signed to Metal Blade, but it was the lead singer of Unearthed record.
his subdivision.
Unearthed record. It was like a sub-label.
Gotcha.
And I forget
Yeah.
what it was called, but it was a sub-label of Metal
Yeah,
Metal
they were
Blade.
they were super dope.
I went to
back
high
then.
school with the
The
drummer.
Destro. The Destro.
Yeah.
Jono.
That's
Jono.
ringing a
Jono.
bell, and I'm thinking like
Badass.
another band.
As the Coil Unwinds is their big. That's their main
Yeah.
record. They just put out a new record actually not too long ago because they had old material that wasn't released, but it's pretty sick.
Yeah, Nick lives in New York.
No, he lives in LA now.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
does
moved-
he?
yeah,
Oh, did he
yeah.
move?
He moves around a
Okay.
lot.
Okay.
I think
LA.
He used to work for Earache.
he played in Black Tongue, right, for a while or something like that.
It was like White
That's a
Widow.
fucking cool
White Widow's
name.
packed, and now his new band is getting huge. It's like metal EDM, like electronica metal, and I forget the name of it, but they're like blowing the up right now.
The
yeah.
Browning.
No,
I was about to say.
Oh, that's funny.
no, that band, man.
the only
So
band I
many
can think
things
of
I
that-
could say about that band, but I will not because I respect one of the guys in it. So
Right, and we're gonna have Brian on.
Brian's
Brian.
the homie.
Yeah, Brian's side.
Started off from
Yeah.
he's like the classic story. Like started off from merchant, now we're here. You know.
Yeah, started in merch sales.
dude.
Now I'm here.
and now I'm West Borland.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude. Last time the Browning played Brooklyn, I went out and saw him, and he didn't know I was coming, and I just like showed up, and I was like, "What's up?" And he was like, he stopped playing and shook my hand. I was like, "You don't have to play, dude."
No, dude, Brian is great. We actually played a lot of shows with the Browning, and they're coming up because they were from around our area, so it was like
That was a
it
lot of different members then, right?
Yeah.
I'm still
It's like
super
mostly
upset at that
different
though,
members.
because so the lead singer of the Browning filled in for As Blood Runs Black on a tour, and I thought we were like super tight homies, and then I found out he was like kind of talking shit the whole time.
That sucks.
Bummed me out the whole time, you know.
Yeah, he sucks, but whatever.
If you're gonna talk,
But yeah,
shit
he has
about
a- he had
last
last time-
a band that you're on tour with, just keep it in the van.
Yeah,
Pushing
we
it
got to
out,
stop.
yeah.
We'll do this.
Okay,
We'll
okay.
do
Yeah.
the next episode, Dr. Dre style, the next time.
Hey, I'm back to strike one. I'm coming back for the next one, okay?
Okay.
I
whatever.
mean, if you're around, Lee, because I remember a time you yelled at me for not getting you tickets to a corn show in Vegas, and then you ended up getting them, and then
and
you
then
also
you
bailed.
sold them and you bailed on us. But you know what? We won't
I
talk
think you're
about
back to
the
strike
20th anniversary
two,
tour.
Lee.
Okay,
to
come
strike
on,
two.
Tim.
Yeah,
But
you're-
Tim, all right, hold on. Before we go, let's
Give me
talk
at least
about this.
strike one.
So one day, it was the 20th anniversary of Follow the Leader, which is my favorite record of all time.
Yeah, right.
Period. End of story. There
Yes.
is no.
Yeah.
So Mike hits
Yeah.
me up and he's like,
it's super like a weird time. Also, I was like, Fuzz. I hit up Fuzz.
well, no, hold on.
Okay, go ahead.
I jokingly brought it up. I said, dude, they're playing one of the shows in Vegas
Mm-hmm.
and in California. I was like, we should go. You know, like, haha. Well, when tickets went on sale,
I saw a thing that was like, Korn in Vegas, Follow the Leader, 20-year anniversary. Tickets are limited at this time, and I was like, Fuzz, should we or not?
yes, I
He's
mean,
like,
I was
yeah.
at work because I go to work super early, and Mike was
So,
getting home super early,
yeah.
and I was just like, yes.
So I texted, like all of the homies that would appreciate Korn, and all of them immediately were like, yes. And then Lee never got back to me, so I was just like, well, I don't want to spend all this money on my personal credit card, and then like, what if somebody doesn't want one and I'm just screwed out of some money or whatever?
Yeah.
So then I
Real
buy
quick,
the
I'm going to
tickets.
interject because I bought 6 Rammstein tickets for last year, and I'm still just out that money. No one.
We understand.
No one paid me back.
Was one of those for your dad?
What's up?
Was one of those tickets for your dad?
No, he was down in Florida. It was all homies.
Because we know at this point we know Rammstein is your dad's favorite band, so
Still is.
That's awesome.
Still is.
That's incredible.
Yeah. But anyways,
Keep going.
yeah. But anyways, I bought the tickets. I was like, never heard back from Lee. And Lee got back to me
That
later.
night at the bar. That night at the bar. We were out at the
Lee
bar.
hits me up and he goes, yes, I want to go to that straight up. And I was like, well, it's too late now. Here's a link. Buy a ticket. And he goes, Mike, you are so f***ed up for not buying me a ticket.
You don't even ask
And he
anymore.
goes,
Just
he
do
goes,
it.
You should always assume I want to go to something like that. Something so cool. I want to go to some shit like that. You're f***ed up for not buying it for me. And I was like, here's a link. Buy a ticket. Still gave me shit. You're seriously going to make me fill out a new thing to buy my own ticket? And I was like, yeah, because I already bought tickets.
And we're at the bar.
Yeah.
We're at the bar drinking and having a good time.
And then finally he's like, fine, I bought my own ticket, you asshole, blah, blah, blah.
Then we're booking our flights.
Yeah. Then we're booking our flights. And what happens, Lee?
What'd you do?
I ran out of money.
What'd you do? So he got the flight insurance. He got the flight insurance.
I realized that I was like,
Yeah.
ah, shit.
Wait, you ran out of
Yeah, I'm
money
not gonna
like
be
in
able to
your
pay
bank
rent.
account?
Yeah. I was
Yeah.
very broke at the time.
Oh, okay.
It was a situation.
I was gonna say.
So then
Well,
he canceled.
I moved to this apartment and I got bed bugs in the
Ooh.
apartment,
Because he's trash.
and it was a
Ye-
fucking.
So it's a normal
Trust me,
Tuesday.
I could teach a class on bed bugs now.
Oh, I know.
It doesn't
I
have anything to
remember
do
that.
with you being dirty. It's
Never
like you
had
just
bed
fucking-
knock knock.
It's
I can hear the knock, knock.
and New York is crazy about it. Like, there's a lot of bed bugs and shit. But
If
it
you
was
set
the most
your bag on the
it was the most
table,
miserable
it could get
time
on
of my
that,
entire
yeah.
life. It was like 4 months of me having multiple exterminators come in and out, and like not being able to sleep every single night. So it was like
Sounds
right
kinda
at
like
the
Tor.
end of that.
Yeah, no shit. Nailed it.
I don't know, man. That van seat calls my name still. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah,
That's some of the best sleep of my life in the van.
I kind of
Anyways,
miss
keep
waking
going.
up.
Anyway,
in
I
the
was an
sleeping bag
asshole.
with
I totally
hot,
was an
sweaty
asshole.
legs and just.
Yeah. So anyways, he bailed.
Anyway.
Yeah, I had to bail.
And I was like, Lee, what about you should always assume I want to do cool stuff.
Dude. And so the whole time we were there,
Since then, I've done all the stuff.
so when we were there, all we would do was post pictures that were like hashtag Where's Lee and tag him. We would tag him in all the pictures we took and
It
put
hurt.
on
It
Instagram and
hurt.
stuff. We were
It
just
hurt
like
a lot.
we would tag everybody just hashtag Lee, Where is Lee, and like
Every
it was
time, like,
awesome.
That's amazing.
We had a blast.
We
in
should
Vegas.
always assume, though, you know. Just saying.
Anyway, let's call it.
Anyways,
That was
yeah, we're
good.
calling it.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, it's so
Yeah.
late.
Thank you, Tim,
Thank
for
you
joining us
so
again.
much. I love
Miss
you,
the shit out of you. Miss the shit out of you.
I missed the shit
For
out of
that.
all 3 of you.
Yeah.
dude. I'm telling you, we'll
It's
come to
a-
New York, or you can come here, and it'll be sick
Lee
either
was
way.
a surprise. I didn't expect this today. This is awesome.
Yeah.
We had to.
I didn't either, man.
So
I'm sorry
when
about
Steven was
the
here-
strikes. I'm sorry.
I'm back to
Don't,
strike one.
don't
I'm
you
proud of that.
ever
all right?
Don't
take
take
your
back-
strikes
I-
away. Don't you ever take
I know
your
they
strikes
bust
away.
your chops on the show, so I had to follow suit with the structure.
Every
of the
time you
show.
give him
Hey.
a strike, we scar his
Okay.
neck.
Hey, I like the attention, so I don't care.
But no, Steven, we did Steven's earlier, and Steven was like, "You're not going to be on," and Lee's like, "No," and he's like, "Get up another microphone, get on."
Yeah.
So Steven made him get on with us.
Yeah, and then he would interject, and Steven was like, listen, if you're going to be on.
But anyway, let's
changing
go
things
ahead and
up.
end
All right,
this.
let's
go
end
ahead
it.
and end this.
Thank you, Tim. It's
wonderful to talk to you again.
It was
And
super
we'll do
awesome.
it again,
And
hopefully in the next couple
next
weeks. yeah.
time, we'll do some more new metal stuff. We'll get into some more stuff about it, like Headbangers Ball. We'll talk about that.
Ooh,
I've wanted
Farm
to
Club
talk,
with Matt
I've wanted
Pinfield.
to talk about the video formats that showed us new metal from
I'm
back
down
in the
with
day.
that.
So we'll
That's
get into
cool.
deeper
Definitely,
stuff like that.
definitely, 100%.
All right. See you later, nerds.
Peace out.
Like that.